Welcome back to The Gloves Are Off. We're going to continue on with our Chuck Wagon edition of the show, and we're going to continue on with this offside onside topics. I want to continue to talk about the changes that the Stampede has made. One of them, which I found this one to be rather significant, was the rest days. Mandatory rest days for all horses, at least one rest day in 4, and a horse cannot run more than 3 consecutive days. For people out there, and I am certainly one of them, who aren't incredibly well versed in all things Chucks, is this very different from the way that you guys did things before at the Stampede? This rest day schedule?
No, like I said before, you know, most guys have 2 to 3 nice outfits that are ready to go on a nightly basis, and they plugged them in and used them in certain times. And now, like most guys have a barrel 1, barrel 2 outfit. You have mostly keys on your horses themselves, or your right leader, your right front horse.
Okay.
The horse off of barrel 1 and 2 has to be able to go the distance and go that extra long track and not want to cheat back.
Okay.
So you have an outfit that won't cheat you, and then you have an outfit off the short barrels that want to cheat you, and you want them to almost be cheating yourself on the way up. They're ready to turn. Okay. And so you have those 2 different outfits. So to say that you're going to use your barrel 1 outfit off of barrel 4, not going to work. Not probably going to be to your benefit. So these rest days, not major, you know, not going to change too many people's lives.
And Brian, like, what have you heard? Obviously, being around these guys, is this been a concern, the rest days, or was the outriding number change, did that kind of overshadow this change?
Yeah, I really didn't hear any comments so much from the drivers. You know, there was a few outriders, and as Dustin said, this is really a common practice for the drivers anyways. You know, these rules just put something structured in place.
Okay.
And, you know, like, you know, personally, I've been around the Cpca for about 5 or 6 years. Prior to that, I was a fan and saw what I saw on the racetrack, and, you know, being a part of it and seeing the care and the focus and attention that they put into these horses is just amazing. And, you know, again, this is nothing new.
This is nothing new. Okay. The other interesting change that I was curious to know how effective it actually is, there's going to be an increase in the number of harrowings. So basically we're talking about, you know, it's essentially the raking of the track. Is this really going to be an effective tool of improving safety, or is this just maybe a visual cue to show people in the stands, hey, look, we're taking more care? How effective is harrowing? Does it make a difference?
Yeah, it makes a difference.
It does?
It helps.
Okay.
It helps groom the track, especially in the barreling area. You don't get any rutted areas from the wagon turns, and obviously, you know, you have people that are professionals at the sport in Calgary to take care of grooming tracks, and they get an extra look out there after every 2 heat and make sure everything's safe.
Do you like the idea of adding the harrowings in, or did you think that was just, okay, sure, we'll take that one too, why not?
Well, I guess from a broadcasting standpoint, I looked at it as an extra break.
See, there you go. That's some good insight,
so that was, you know, that was a bonus for me. But you know, when it comes to the tracks, you know, one track looks the same to me. You know, so I really couldn't. You know, Dustin knows what's going on when it comes to the racetrack. But you know, like I said, Calgary spent a lot of time looking at the safety. People can, you know, agree or disagree, but you know, they're committed to the safety of their animals, and this is just a process.
So really, essentially, when all is said and done, any step in the direction of safety is clearly a good one, as far as you both are concerned.
As far as we're concerned, any step forward is positive for us.
Okay. All right. Well, we are going to get to play Who Am I next, and this is going to be a very Chuck Wagon-oriented edition of Who Am I. So I'm counting on both of you to pull the boots up and get ready to do this. Now, stay tuned. That is coming up on The Gloves Are Off. And hey, if you have something to say, send us a message on Facebook. We'd love to hear from you. Who am I? I'm anxious to see who's going to get there.